Pinax TV so ne yebema hwefo nyina kwa abane aso esemo begimre na yede update ayensa aka yemfa nyina emfa emmamo live on Pinax TV. Na quickly no yebeko Côte d'Ivoire na Côte d'Ivoire so ensema efiri hoba etrimo Ghana fo ade hye bi eho ekokan ye ewo eye Côte d'Ivoire omukro kese mu ayefre no eye Abidjan na eho na Ghana fo dodo na yetu omudi omufiri be bia no motete Ghana fo mako 327 na yetu omufiri be omote a na hu behia se ye pe kwan ye befa so se ye bepe be o matena na se ye behwe kwan ye befa so na no na Foreign Affairs Ministry e kabo mu ne Ghana ban omo e kabo mu e koye omo kofa nipa 327 no emu 228 ena omo etimi ekoform edi omo free Côte d'Ivoire edi omo buy on your screens. Government facilitates repatriation of 228 out of the 327 Ghanaians affected by ongoing mass demolition exercise in Côte d'Ivoire. Eti said the medical to Jano demolition koso e la Côte d'Ivoire. Omo kro kese a ye frɛ no Abidjan. Na Abidjan ho no omo so no mo experience flood a ebi koso e Ghana ha emankran ha ba bi yiri na ha yiri na nsuo de amanfo ne ekono Abidjan so ne importamu ba bi ho ana eho esusu nsuo eyiri form na omo antena ho anhwe se amanfo tete ho nti ye ntwen na nsuo no betwetwene ade da bi they make sure say all the structures are air blocking waterway no they will demolish all of them on be say ni nyina say they be betimi create a proper way a proper drainage for nsuo no say they betimi afam akona enyiri amu afaso ankosey amanfo fie eno na Ghana for dodo na baby ano mote no eho eye water area just Ghana kopiem ho no ma hwa aton baby a ho nhyeda nye no mo de ho na ma ho na wakakotena ho enti edru say demolition e ba be hyase no Ghana for dodo na omo ho kan ye makoma 327 enti na say oha aduasa ene aduonu nson na omo eho kan ye ma enura dedue yi Foreign Affairs Ministry omo etimi di emu 228 abepiem ewo Ghana. So on your screens you see say omo ebepiem wo Ghana ni bi na Greater Accra Regional Minister ekohia omo eni omo edidi nkomo na IvoryCoast aban no aye na adwen say omo ebe compensate Ghana for 327 a omo eye displaced because of demolition na ekoso no enti eno ne updates na omo bepiem so as usual say the ma South Africa for no omo eye bi enso so de ma omo free Abidjan ebepiem ewo Ghana no enti Foreign Affairs Ministry released by so on your screens we'll go through and see what is really in the release of Foreign Affairs Ministry by no enti press release repatriation of stranded Ghanaian migrants from Port Côte d'Ivoire, Accra, 12 June 2026. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs wishes to inform the general public that the government of Ghana is repatriating 327 Ghanaians who were affected by the ongoing mass demolition exercise being undertaken by the authorities in Port municipality in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. And Côte d'Ivoire, and as demolition, mass demolition. People are being affected. Me sure say by now Côte d'Ivoire for been so hard they were being displaced, but the Ghana for do na eno ho ekan ye e Côte d'Ivoire ntine o say dey free ho. Some of them their businesses near ade nyina e ho kan obi o ha na shop obi o ha baby obo train kakra baby obi eyi tray amount for adwuma omo ye wo Côte d'Ivoire nyina were affected. We are pleased to disclose that we have already facilitated the repatriation of 228 Ghanaian nationals. These returnees arrived in Ghana yesterday, Thursday, 11th June 2026. The general and emu 228 ahenu ene edionu moche ena omo ababe piem ewo Ghana. Enti sesi e me no kasei omo mom 228 no omo etimi ababe piem ewo Ghana. Kwan be so no omo baaye omo so chartered flight anase den na de omo be piem wo Ghana ni nyina ye de be ma wonti obetwen na ye de amamo. Enti o say all 327 nationals were previously residing in areas affected by the demolition exercise and became stranded, having lost their resources, their sources of livelihood, and lacking the means to secure alternative accommodation in Côte d'Ivoire. Eti omo abepiem e Ghana 228, and unfortunately they were affected by the mass demolition that was going on in La Côte d'Ivoire, Abidjan. Port Bow ɛhɔ ɛna no mote into demolition no ɛka omo nti na o se ye de omo ebepiem wɔ Ghana. As we speak now, their source of livelihood the omo ye didi nye sika kakra ɛde to omo ho ni nyina ahwere omo eti so obetimi nye sika sa o de kɔ han dan foforo na o han dan ni mpo wi a ɛhin na obeye adwuma no nso yɛ asɛm eti na say they became stranded nti o sa aban no etu ho anamo anti enra emu ahanu ene aduonu wɔtwe 228 ombitimi bepie mu ɛwɔ Ghana. The government of Ghana has provided buses and trucks to convey our nationals and their belongings free of charge back to Ghana safely. Eti omo eho kan ye ewo la Côte d'Ivoire omo eho kan ye became stranded because of demolition aye koso nti no omo epe buses and trucks nti buses no abefa nipa no na tracks ni so aso omo niema nti wo chichire no said obetimi identify na odi ato track nim na wakofro bus na je say edio won abepiem wo Ghana free of charge aban no atua ka se buses yi baba akofo omo edio ma bepiem e wo Ghana eti as we speak now omo wo Côte d'Ivoire omo ho kan ye no omo bepiem e wo Ghana. The ministry further wishes to acknowledge that Ivorian authorities have expressed their desire to compensate the victims of their demolition exercise and shall therefore remain actively engaged on the matter to ensure that the promised compensation is received by our affected nationals. To this effect, Ghana's diplomatic mission in Abidjan will continue to carry out the much needed coordination. Eti omo ashebo se Ghana for omo ho kan ye with a demolition. Ebi mu baby omo te ebi mu shops, ebi mu businesses were lost because of demolition exercise koso ewo Abidjan Port Bow enti aban no aye na adwen se obema omo sika kakra bi e de compensate omo enti omo behwe se Ghana's diplomatic mission ewo la Côte d'Ivoire omo behwe na omo di hu dwuma se de be ye omo ede omo pie mu Ghana ha eni mpomo omo aka ho no omo nyina nsa betimi aka sika botini bia e betimi replace the omo ahwere no enti that is the update enti Ghana ya mo behwe no ma coordinate with IvoryCoast aban se de be ye asa sika no nyina omo nsa betimi aka no omo de ama omo ho kan ye no. The government of Ghana remains committed to the welfare and protection of Ghanaians and will intensify efforts to provide the necessary support to ensure the successful return and reintegration of the affected individuals. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs expresses its appreciation to the authorities of Côte d'Ivoire and all stakeholders for their cooperation in facilitating the government of Ghana's repatriation. Further updates will be communicated to the public as appropriate. And aban no de waye na adwen say Ghana for omo ahoban bo no matter where you are say wo Ghana ha any baby awo bia no wo ahoban bo na wo security de omo entoto na se enti obebo modin so obebo Ghana for hoban Ghana for ade share na omo wo aman ahodo so no obebo omo hoban na anytime bia updates bia beba nsem bia be free mu aba bia no so omo ebema ye nyina ya so ate na ye nso ye de bi edi amamo enti abeto ansem no so na enuamu no ena omo bedru ye time a ye de omo packages ma omo Ghana mpanimfo a ekoko hia omo ewo the meeting point omo ko hia omo eni omo twetwe nkomo eni ade enkomo what exactly did they tell them ni nyina ade a ye be kɔ ne akɔhwɛ na yaba na ewia Greater Accra Regional Minister so den sembi etudwa ye be kɔ ne akɔgye ne nyina ade abrɛm nti first of all ne yenkɔhwɛ time omo be pie mu ewo Ghana nkomo ekɔ so na niema ye de ma omo yenkɔ ne emra sisiye. All right. Enti eno any updates na yede emamono na yebesa to aso ne akotie Greater Accra Regional Minister ono so de ense bi etudwa kyeremu a omo be make sure say omo ma be piem wo Ghana ha omo ewo eniema relief items bebre na omo wo ho a omo de be ma obia nsa be ka ne de woje odi a ya sa de sika kakra aka ho enti on your screens you will see say omo ena agigi nkonwa omo nyina atena se a omo etwen nkoma aban ene omo wo ene niema aban ewo se ode ema omo nyina agigi nkonwa a omo ene aban no etokese na omo edi nkomo na regional Greater Accra Regional Minister so the tudwa yes omo relief packages a omo ede ebema omo eti yebekwa kohwe sa video no timer Greater Accra Regional Minister ne omo di nkomo no yenko ne emra sisi
from Côte d'Ivoire that were affected by the demolition exercise ongoing, just a way to, control flooding in Côte d'Ivoire. And so the government thought it's wise to repatriate them back to their various homes. And so first of all, let me thank the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, both La Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana, and thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, and everybody who has contributed to bring our brothers and sisters safely back home. And like I stated earlier, the government is ever ready to support them so that whatever, loss, that is what, when we interviewed, a lot of them said they've done a lot of things at their various places and they left it. So the government is ever ready to support them so that they can come back and then, their stay in Ghana would be fruitful. So we are ever ready. We've given them contact numbers to contact us and make sure that, first of all, we give them transportation to get to their various destinations and make sure that we support them to get back to their faith and so that they will really enjoy their stay back home in Ghana.
Is this all of them?
No, we had 303, but these people are from Greater Accra. Others are at Takoradi, Cape Coast, and then Eastern region as well. So in all, we had 303 expatriates from La Côte d'Ivoire.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enti ni nyina mu omo ewie na Foreign Affairs Minister and so e dey update e baaye on X Twitter e dey enchirimu e baaye say what is really happening e wo La Côte d'Ivoire ono so e dey ne de e beto so e dey chiremu chire Ghana for say this is the steps aban no etu etimi e dey akofa na de share e dey omo free Côte d'Ivoire Abidjan e dey omo be pim Ghana. So on your screens the government of Ghana is repatriating 327 Ghanaians from La Côte d'Ivoire following a mass demolition exercise by Ivorian authorities. 228 arrived in Ghana safely yesterday. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs Special Counselor Consular intervention of bringing back home Ghanaians and their belongings is to guarantee the protection and welfare of our stranded compatriots. And so, Ministry of Foreign Affairs any omo eka ho nyina omo adwo so omo kofa Ghana for omo stranded wo Côte d'Ivoire de omo aba just to protect them any omo niema aka wo Côte d'Ivoire. The ministry is grateful to all those who brought this development to our attention and conveys appreciation to our diplomatic mission in Abidjan and Ivorian authorities for the effective cooperation and welcome promise of compensation for God and country. Eti omo eji aban no Ghana aban asutre se Ghana for ade shebi e wo La Côte d'Ivoire asisi demolition e koso ama sisi omunya baabi omde omutibeto ebi madwuma ahwere omo ne ade no odomo ase samuyi aban na asutre e ma aban no so ana so as we speak now omo etimi akofa emu ahanu ene eduonu wotwe e de ma be piem e wo Ghana 228 Ghanaians na sisi e de omo abepiem e wo Ghana eti e be hwe na omo maka no so aban e be hwe na omo de omo aba be count sisi e the reintegration process no is still ongoing e be hwe se we mo so e be pa adwuma ana bibi e de amoma ya ni nyina ye mre ne nkrabia na be che be to ansem no so na ye de amamo